Hey everyone,
Welcome back to Pop Draw.
and today we're going to be drawing the winner of this week's voting, Jackbox, based on the Funko Pop design. So I'm going to start here just by drawing a big circular shape for his head. And so we can kind of start by just drawing a curved line right here. And then it'll kind of start to flatten right here, and it's going to start curving back downward here. And we'll come back to the top here and continue this line. It's kind of flat, and then it's going to start curving down to the bottom here. And then once we reach the bottom, we're going to connect them together, the flat line. And now that we have that, I'm going to go over to the right side, and I'm going to draw a diagonal line up like that, and another diagonal line right here. And then we're going to connect those two diagonal lines together with kind of a slight curved line. And then above that line, I'm going to draw a line that goes diagonally upward, and then it's going to start curving at the top there. And then we're going to bring that curve down by drawing another diagonal line that comes down to the bottom. And then I'm going to come over to the right side of the bottom of this circle, and I'm going to draw a line that comes outward and then starts curving inward. And I'll do the same thing over on the left side. Outward, curving inward. And so Jack in the Box is kind of symmetrical, so we're going to draw one thing on one side and then one thing on the other side. Do this, so I'll draw a line that curves upward right here, and a line that curves upward right here. And then we're going to draw two tiny little lines, one right here and one right here. And then for his hands, I'm going to draw a curved line like that on the right side, and a curved line on the left side. And then we can curve these lines upward on both sides, and then bring them back to the inside. And then on this side, I'm going to draw a thumb, so a little line up and then down. And then the other thumb, I'm going to do in a thin tip Sharpie, because this one is going to be holding his tie, so it's going to be a little bit smaller. So we'll draw a tiny curved line right here, and then bring it back down. Then I'll switch back over to the regular Sharpie, and right where his thumb is, I'll draw a tiny line upward, and over here I'll draw another line up like that. And then down by where his hands are, I'm going to draw a line that goes kind of diagonally downward, like that. And we'll do the same thing over on the left side. And then I'm going to draw a curved line here on the left side, and a curved line on the right side. And then we're going to kind of bring these two lines together by drawing a curved line that comes up to a point here and then comes back down for his pants there. And then for more details on the hands, I'm going to draw 3 lines on each hand. And then for his shoes, I'm going to draw a tiny little line here on the right side and a tiny little line on the left side. And then we can bring this line over a little bit with a curved line. And then that line is going to curve up again and then kind of dip down and come back up to where the pants are. And we'll do the same thing over on the left side. So curve that line out like that. And then curve it upward. And then back up. And now we're going to do some details in the face. So we're going to draw the eyes. And I'm going to go over to the right side and draw a pretty large circle for this right eye. And then we're going to draw the left eye. So we'll draw another circle. And then for his cone-shaped nose, we're going to draw a diagonal line that starts right here and then kind of swoops around and connects back to a point right there. And then for his smile, I'm going to draw just like you would a regular smile, where you just draw a curved line like that. But then on the ends of that, we're going to kind of curve that around. And then we're going to make this 3D by drawing a line that kind of goes parallel to the line that we drew above that. And now for the rest of this drawing, we're going to do it in the thin tip Sharpie. So I'm going to switch back over to the thin tip Sharpie, and we're going to draw two kind of small rectangles on each side of the pants here. And then I'm going to come back up here to the top, or the bottom of the head here, and I'm going to draw kind of a V shape. And then we're going to draw a line outward, and then bring it back up to the bottom of the head. And we'll do another one of those on the opposite side of that. And then we're going to draw his tie. So I'm going to draw a shape that looks kind of like that. And then we're going to draw a curved line that comes over and connects to his hand. And then we'll draw another curved line next to that comes over and connects to where we drew the thumb. And then below the hand, I'm going to draw another curved line right here. And then we'll draw another curved line next to that. And then we'll bring two diagonal lines down in the middle that connect to each other. And then to finish off that tie, we're going to add a couple of stripes. So we'll draw a line right here. And then we'll draw another line next to the thumb. Another one next to this finger. Another one right there. And then draw two more right there. And then at this bottom part of the tie, we're going to draw two lines next to each other. And then one line right here at the bottom. And then we're going to draw the belt, which is kind of next to where we drew these rectangles here. And I'm going to draw one more rectangle right here. And another one below the tie. And then right here in the middle of these two rectangles, I'm going to draw a tiny little oval shape. And then I'm going to draw two lines on top of that. One on the top and one on the bottom. And then I'll draw a line that kind of curves over and connects back down on the top there. And we'll do the same thing on the bottom. So bring that line over, connect it right there. And then we're going to draw two curved lines, and they're going to connect going all the way through these belt buckles that we drew with all the rectangles. So one's going to come over and it's just going to go on the top of all these rectangles, like that. And then the other one is going to come through going all across the bottom of those rectangles. And now under the belt buckle, I'm going to draw a line that comes down right here and curve it up. And then to finish off the feet, I'm going to draw a line that kind of runs along parallel to the bottom of the foot that we drew, like that. And I'll do another one over on the left side. And then we can kind of bring up a line right there and across on both sides. Kind of outline those a little bit. And then I'm going to draw a curved line right here on the left side and a curved line over on the right side. And then we're going to draw two more curved lines, one on each side. Kind of swoops down, kind of curves inward right here, and then dips out and connects over to this shape that we drew. And we'll do the same thing over on the right side. And then above that, I'm going to draw two X's right next to each other. And now for the jack symbol that he's holding, he's opening up his shirt. So we're going to draw a line that comes upward right here, like a little line, and then a line over to the hand, and another line right here above the belt buckle, and then that line is going to come over and connect to the hand. And then we're going to draw a couple of buttons in there. We'll draw 3. One right here, and then 2 more right there. And then we're going to draw another one of those above the hand right here that kind of comes up and connects to the collar. So we'll draw a line there and then another line right here. And then we'll draw 2 buttons right there. So we'll do a circle there and a circle there. And then over here where this button is, we're going to draw a line that comes over and connects to the hand right there. And then for the jack symbol, I'm going to draw one diagonal line right here, and then another diagonal line right over here. And then this line's going to come up a little bit right here on each side. So 2 tiny little lines there. And then another diagonal line right there. And one more right here. And then we have to write the Jack logo on there. So we're going to start by drawing the J. And part of the J is going to be covered up by his hand here. So I'm going to draw a curved line right there. And then it's going to curve downward. And we'll draw another tiny little line right there. And for the A, we're going to draw a tiny little line in between that kind of comes down. And then for the C, we'll draw a line right here. You can kind of think of this as not drawing letters, just think of it more as shapes. That way it's easier. So we're going to draw that curved line there and then draw another curved line right here. And draw a line that comes over the edge here. This is the end of the K right here. And we're going to bring that up and stop it about right there. And then we're going to bring that line up, kind of like a V shape right there. And then where that ends, we're going to bring it down more. And we're going to give it kind of a loop here for the C. And it goes around, and then connect it around, and then one last curved line next to the J, and then to finish off that A, we're going to draw just a tiny little dot in the middle there, and then we're going to draw one more line that kind of goes through that. And so that finishes the drawing, and we'll come back to you once we finish coloring.
Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video.
Thank you to Nathan Berry for suggesting Jackbox.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below what you want us to draw next.
Thanks for watching.